Great to have you back. You're still tuned into Buy Now, Sell Now, the weekend show.
Well, as promised before the break, then time then to go to Sandeep and Amrish for their picks for the coming week. So, Sandeep, let's start with you. And what specific trades have you spotted?
Well, I have spotted a Tata Coffee, a stop loss of 850, target of 1150. But mind you, these are a little long-term picks. These are picks for 6 to 8 to 10 months, since this is a show which more investors watch. So I don't want to talk of the week, but at these levels, this stocks can be, buying can be initiated. So a stop loss of 850, target of 1150. A Hind Oil Exploration, a stop loss of 110 and a target of 170.
Okay, so that's Sandeep Wagle, who is recommending a Tata Coffee as well as HOEC, but for the long term. Well, Amrish, coming to you, what are your investment ideas that someone should brace themselves with for the coming week?
The investment idea, the first one which I have is Cummins India, which is in the capital goods space. They are engine manufacturers. And like we were discussing earlier regarding NTPC, that the power sector is in a difficult sort of situation right now. But the genset business is doing extremely well. And that is what Cummins caters to. In fact, going ahead the next 2 to 3 years, we see a 21% CAGR for this company. And because of which we feel that from the current levels, there could be a very decent upside. If you're talking of the next 9 months to 12 months, you're talking of a level of closer to 500. But then if you're talking of the next 2 to 3 years, it could be much higher.
And the second stock idea, apart from a Cummins India?
The second one is Divi's Lab, again in the pharma sector, basically into the CRAMS and API sector. Again, if you see the last quarter's results, excellent results, and going ahead, even the management has given a forecast of about 25% growth CAGR if you're talking of the next 2 to 3 years. Currently quoting at closer to about 16x FY 13. And looking at that, we feel that this stock can actually go to levels of about 1060 if you're talking of the next 9 to 12 months. But then, like I've been saying about the other stocks, if you see the next 2 to 3 years, levels will be much higher.
Okay, so Divi's Laboratories, Cummins India, as well as Tata Coffee and HOEC were some smart investment ideas coming in from our two experts. But Sandeep, talking about the technicals and the week ahead, given that we've wrapped up this week with gains of just about 0.1%, what do you think is going to be happening, in the next week? What sort of trading range are you mapping out?
Well, if you talk of the Nifty, I think it is consolidating. Though the bias is upward, I would talk of a level of 5250, 5280, and on an outer side of 5300. I don't see 5300 being broken in a hurry one way. On the downside, I think 5050 will act as a very strong support. So I would talk of a range of 5050 on the downside, 5250 on the upside for the next week or possibly 10 days. And this 200-point range, I think the Nifty is likely to end this expiry in.
So it's a fairly tight range that you're foreseeing for the benchmarks. But Sandeep, if we were to talk about particularly the bank Nifty, how do you see that moving given the pressure that it's come under, and any select banking stocks that you find would be a good opportunity?
I will talk of a Bank of Baroda which has given a good pattern today, and I think that move could extend to 740, 750. Bank Nifty is one shade better than the Nifty. I would not talk of that Bank Nifty will move one way. I would talk of a range of 9,900 on the downside and 10,200, 250 on the upside. This 250, 300 point range, I see the Bank Nifty moving in.
Okay, so those are some banking ideas from Sandeep Wagle. But with that, let's thank our two experts for joining in today on the show, both Amrish as well as Sandeep. It's been great having you. But with that, we wrap it up right here on Buy Now, Sell Now Weekend. Thanks so much for tuning in. But do remember that your favorite show comes on Sunday as well, so you can tune in at these times for Buy Now, Sell Now Weekend.
crisis that's threatening the India growth story. India Inc. is desperate for reform and a boost to sentiment. But all is not lost. With every adversity lies an opportunity. Presenting Surviving the Slowdown. Meet India's top CEOs, the slowdown survivors, on putting the economy back on track. Only on ET Now.
In a growing economy, there is really a requirement for banks to become bigger because, we are not just a growth economy, we are also an investment economy. And part of our growth is really going to come out of large investments that we need to make. And those investments have to be funded by banks.
Catch Chanda Kochhar on ET Interview, only on ET Now.
Opportunities come knocking with Weekends on ET Now. Presenting Buy Now, Sell Now Weekends. A show that helps you maximize your weekend with our stock experts. They look at your portfolio and give you specific advice on what to do with the stocks you hold or want to buy. The best stock advice continues with Buy Now, Sell Now Weekend, only on ET Now. It's that time of the year when the world's biggest annual advertising jamboree kicks off. Brand equity is all set to take off for the Cannes Lions 2012.
Catch the stories, updates and snippets from Cannes on Brand Equity Cannes Special. Only on ET Now.
This is the Times Television Network, and you're watching ET Now.